Yahoo! It's back to being goth on Mars. I mean, I guess these zombies technically are. They're very pale. Once again, we're just going to go past 0.3, and we're going to try to go to 0.4. We're going to try to do that. Let's also try not to fall down. And, yeah, just reminding myself how much ammo I have for the Diabolus. It is, tons. The answer is tons. Just remind myself of if anyone was holding anything. Yeah, okay, that was... Yep, health boost. I am glad to take it. But Piccolo and Dillinger ammo, I don't think we really need at this point. Why is he not being shot? That was very strange. I was absolutely shooting at him, and he was not being hit until he got close. But let's not... We can't question the ways of Martian Gothic. It is beyond our comprehension. Just like it was said earlier in that one audio log, that this place is Lovecraftian. The game itself cannot be understood by the human brain. That way lies madness. And we wouldn't want that. Alright, so this is box number 4. Oh, someone's coming up from behind. Is he? Is he just no? Okay. I have to say, is he just standing there? Alright, we have found the 4th box, and there's a poison crab. Nothing, not much in here. Alright, now I'm poisoned. Let's take a look at the map. We got to box 4, so that's on the north side of the map, and we're heading towards, I guess, the end of the necropolis where there's a circle. And might that circle be the sarcophagus that we've been reading about? That they opened up and then the bacteria spewed out and got everywhere. Anything around here? This probably seems like a dead end. But let's have a look around. Well, this seems menacing.
An altar in hell.
What's on top of the altar?
You don't mess about with alien artifacts until you got some idea what you're doing.
Well, we do have an alien artifact, but I don't think we have any idea what we're doing.
Put one foot wrong, and I'll end up the same way.
Is that a dead body? It doesn't look like it. It just looks like a black dot on the floor.
That statue and Pickman's model came from the same nightmare.
So we did see a statue in Geolab that we shut off earlier because it was attacking us psychically. Alright, so we would assume that we're going to use the artifact here. But do we actually have what we need to do this? No, okay. He's not going to use it. He does say that we need to make sure we know what we're doing before we use it. Alright, I guess that is a dead body.
But 1 foot wrong.
Alright, so we made it to point 4. But I guess Karn is saying that we don't know what it is we need to do yet. We did get a clue, something about don't twist the chorus until it sings. Something like that. Alright, so that might mean that the thing that we have to do is the thing with the crane. Anything up here? Alright, so we've now examined this area. Didn't find anything that we could use. I like how everyone is getting up as we're going back. Okay, so we could bring someone down here to try to do 3. One other thing we could do is we could try to go back to 2, because I have this dead battery. Possibly we could use that with the generator. There are 2 other things that we need at some point. One is the password to that one remaining pass-coded door. We don't have that. The other is that we need to charge up keycard 4. Actually, I think we might be heading back to 1 now. Was 2 around here? Might have been. Okay, no, this was going back to 3. Alright, so let us go back the other way then. Okay, I think this is 2. Yeah, this way goes to 2. What? Which health do I have? Okay, He's not dying. Should I just, not go near him? What if I put the battery in here?
The generator's got up a 9. There's a...
So, I don't know how we would know if this is... Okay, yeah, there it is. Charged battery. We can take the charged battery. Where did that zombie come from? Is it the guy who's in here? No, he's still in there. Who is this zombie, then? Okay, we can take the palm-top computer. Let's, use it with battery. Okay, there we go. And use palm-top computer. Okay, and we have a computer. What do we have on here? The normal files, restricted, volcanism. Oh, password, huh? 6-character password. I don't know. Local. The necropolis. Okay. Since discovering the necropolis and identifying shafts in its roof, we have been able to locate the apertures of dozens of air filtration shafts on the Martian surface. In principle, the filtration shafts bear some resemblance to our own recyc, although with some puzzling features. It's as though the engineering was organic. The oxygen levels here correspond to Earth's atmosphere at about 800 meters above sea level. The temperature in here is warmer now than it would have been when the city was established, as many volcanic vents are comparatively recent. Concerning the size of this location, we all know for sure that much of it has been blocked off by rock falls or buried in deep volcanic pits. I would guess that we're seeing a small fraction of the original city. Unless we're being extraordinarily lucky in the sighting of Vita Base, there must be hundreds, maybe thousands of subterranean cities on Mars. What about the Regal Tomb? Okay, the chamber we named the Regal Tomb is in all probability no such thing. Despite all our training, we archaeologists have shown a tendency to revert to ancient Egyptian concepts now that we are finally confronted with an alien civilization. If pushed to a provisional suggestion, I would say that the Regal Tomb is some form of nest, just as the subcavern we have named the cathedral may be a form of psionic regenerator. Acoustics seem to be a fundamental part of the Caracarax's organic technology, but the hows and whys of it escape me. All is guesswork, I am afraid. The Sovereign/Queen Mab. Why I came down here, I don't know. Or perhaps I do. She was calling to me from her deep sleep. Queen Mab, who drives men mad, summoned me to her bedchamber. Like Haraway's clock, I am full of alarm. The bells! The bells! Time to run, time to run. I will not call her sovereign. I will not bow the knee. Time to go. Must fly. Mentioning Haraway's clock. We do have that alarm clock. I believe Kenzo has it. The sarcophagus. I suspect that the so-called sarcophagus is in fact a form of cocoon. It is definitely organic, not manufactured. I believe that nothing in the necropolis is manufactured, in the human sense of the term. It appears to be an impenetrable extrusion from whatever lies within it, like a clam in its shell. The function of the niche in its side is unknown, although Oba has speculated on the heart of stone found near the niche. Inserting the stone in the niche produces no significant results. Research continuing. Oh, should I try to put the artifact in the niche? Maybe we could try it. Oh, nothing more. The membrane. Ben Gunn, in a great hurry. I caught a glimpse of the membrane covering the sarcophagus. I know that no earthly fire or sword will penetrate that barrier, nor do I want the barrier breached and the hidden sleeper revealed. Let sleeping gods lie. Martian artifact, the chorus. The purpose of the alien artifact originally discovered by the base of the central obelisk remains a mystery. Darnley has suggested that it works on an acoustic principle, and has nicknamed it the Chorus. It is likely that there is a connection between the Chorus and the central obelisk, but a complete explanation of the connection may never be achieved. Generally, we're left with a list of unanswered questions. Why does the Chorus deliver an electric shock when the movable end is twisted? Why does the central obelisk emit a faint note when struck by a human being, but silent when hit by an inanimate object? Evans has speculated that the obelisk was designed to produce a full musical note when struck by the much larger beings of ancient Mars, a note that was then perhaps transmitted in the Chorus if already placed in its niche. Alright, so we put the Chorus in the niche, and then someone has to hit it? Like maybe someone in the crane has to strike the obelisk? Maybe? By the way, I mentioned the resonator. I don't remember if that vanished or if it still exists somewhere. We should probably see if it's in one of these. I don't see it around. Yeah, and we have now gone through all of them. Martian Mayhem, and we can save on this. So we do have a portable save machine. It also has 12 saves, so it's not unlimited or anything. Alright, so if that charged up the battery, would it also have charged up key number 4? Let's, Oh, hello. I guess we could see if that works.
The chorus. How do I make it sing?
How do we make it sing? And this key does not look any different. So, I don't know. Let's step out here. You should be safe there. Well, we don't have the password to this final pass-coded door, but we should probably see if we can do dorm number 4. Oh. You got me before the shot came out. Takes a little bit. much health do I have? Okay. So, we can try going down here.
Right tag.
Nope, still doesn't work.
What's wrong?
Alright, so I was wondering, did we charge it up? Because that's what Mood said we had to do. No, does not appear we did. One thing we could do, maybe we could just head to Mood and see if any new topics of conversation have come up. I don't know if it would, but we can see. Allenby, Arkham Dorm.
I found the tag for Arkham Dorm, but it won't open the door. Can you help?
Don't bother trying to open the door until you've managed to recharge the tag from the place down below. The tag will assume a healthy green once it's recharged.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Right, that's what she said. I mean, it looks pretty green to me. I don't know.
What's special about Martian bacteria?
They've been encoded with living memories.
We have heard this
The
before.
memory of the Karakorak is in their DNA.
Exactly who are the Karakorak?
The ancient Martians. Most are long dead, billions of years ago, when the planet's atmosphere boiled away. But a few, a very few.
Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Anything that looks at... Oh, volcanism. What's that?
There's evidence of volcanic activity under the base. But every study has shown that there's no volcanism on Mars. How do you explain that?
The base is on the lower flanks of the Mons Olympus, a volcano 3 times the height of Everest. There are pockets of volcanism still active under the surface, but they're no longer natural.
What do you mean, no longer natural?
It's all on the text files in those rubbishy computers you can find close by. Password, hammer.
All right, well, we have the password for that now. Anything else? No, I don't think so. All right, let's see what that file has to say. Okay. Progress report, Invincible. According to Nadja Kerensky, who would admit to being the most controversial controversial geology. Nadja is not interested in your conventional geology. She lives on the edge. Radical extremist geology. Most controversial geologist on Vitabase. The traces of active volcanism under the base and in the general region of Olympus Mons possess the characteristics of an organically engineered system. Kerensky believes that the entire volcanic vents of eons past were adapted into a form of piped heating. The pit chamber is a particularly striking example of this organic engineering. The necropolis was powered by volcanism, with the volcano's stupendous power harnessed and maintained by a number of checks and balances. If just a few of those regulatory mechanisms are disturbed, Nadja reckons, the whole system could blow. Nowhere is this more evident than in the basalt plug in the fissure just below the rim of the vent in the pit chamber. An immense pressure of molten lava has built up behind that basalt barrier, so much so that the plug is fractured. but the Caracarac balancing mechanism should keep the impending eruption at bay for maybe 1,000,000 years more. However, Nagia is understandably nervous about the Gotthardammerung explosives shipped in from Earth. They have the explosive potential to blast a hole clean through into hitherto inaccessible caverns, but they also have the capacity to shatter the basalt plug. According to Nagia's calculations, the pressure of the released magma would result in a major eruption that would wipe out both the necropolis and Vita Base. So, keep those explosives away from the pit chamber fissure, or we'll blow ourselves sky high. Oh no! Why would anyone possibly want to blow up both the necropolis and Vita Base? Well, that's a real dangerous thing to have that lying around. All right. I guess we do need to get a second person down there into the place. So are we sending Kenzo or Matlock? I wonder if Kenzo ever actually has to interact with Mood anymore, because he's the only one who can do that. And Matlock, well, is not really doing anything now. That I guess that Karn now has a save point. A portable save point. I guess she doesn't have to stand by there, so... How much ammo does she have? She has quite a lot of Dillinger ammo. Probably should free up some space if we can. How many health items does she have? A few. Alright, well, if she's going down there, she's going to need some lenses. Anything she could put away. What does Ben Gunn's note say here? Yeah, we can probably put that away. Any space in the other one? No. Alright.
Access denied.
I like how the game is pretty quiet most of the time, but sometimes you just get real loud sounds like that. Audio mixing in this game, pretty good. Alright, you can put some stuff away here. Like the book. Note. Maybe you want to hold on to that one because that has the color code. The second Dillinger. Put that away. Yeah, it should be fine. No. Do we need the laser scalpel? I mean, we've already used it, but it didn't vanish, which indicates maybe it has another purpose, but I don't know if it does. Oh, maybe she should take the bomb with her. I mean, I don't think we would use it at the moment, but...
One drill.
No. Oh. Does someone else have to bring it back up? I mean, that wouldn't make sense, because we can't get close to each other. But I'm saying use elevator, and nothing's happening. Could Carnes just send it back up without actually getting on it? I don't remember that being an option, but I guess it could possibly be an option. Is there anything else?
One drill shaft looks...
No. Is there anything else here that... Okay. There was something else here. There was like a button on the other railing. Wouldn't be much of an elevator if you couldn't call it to your floor. That wouldn't make sense. Oh. Curious to see what she has to say about the darkness.
Will someone turn the bloody lights on?
She says to the zombies.
Clear as day. A very, very dark day.
So just to refresh my memory, Karn is by 0.2. Yeah. Not sure if... I mean, I probably would want him to go there first, get in the crane, and then have Matlock come up. Like, he would already need to be in the crane because it's airtight. But I guess a question would be, where would be a safe place to leave Matlock? Would a zombie walk over there? They don't really have long ranges, so maybe that's a good place. And what do we have in our inventory? Yeah, we do have the artifact, so I guess we put that in the niche. Now, mind you, if we get both of them into that chamber with the crane, even if we succeed at whatever it is we need to do there, I don't actually know how we get out because of that one trimorph. Let's head to the niche and follow the gleam. Use niche with artifact? No, we're not.
Follow the gleam.
What does that mean, Karn? Well, it did say in the note to use the chorus with the niche, but it's not doing anything with it. Well, at the very least, we could get Matlock down here and see what happens when we put her over this thing. Like, do any options come up? Okay. That's box number 1 over there. So I think we go this direction. Good push. What's our health look like? Okay, that's good. Okay, this is... Okay, this is chamber 2. Okay, so this should be 3. Yeah, here we are. Let's run for it. Okay. So. Be very careful not to pick open door. Actually, what does she think about this right here? What do you have to say about the niche?
Lead, unkindly light.
What are you talking about? Why is everyone getting poetic when they look at this thing? I just want them to tell me what they think they're seeing.
The hydraulic platform is up and running. Maybe it's linked to the generator by underground cable.
All right. All right, and use winch. Okay, we're going down. Oh, wait, no. We went back up. I pressed up on the D-pad and we went back up. Up is usually forward. I guess it's not this time. There we go. Now we're Mission Impossibling down. Oh, Anything to say? Like, there's no options that are coming up. I can just move her up and down like this. Use bomb.
When it comes to blowing things up, Khan's the expert.
Well, we came here for some alien fluid, and this looks like alien fluid. Do we have a container for alien fluid? I mean, the weird thing is, though, is that we're not getting, like, a magnifying glass. We're not getting, like, you know, any option to observe or use it with items. I can't think of anything that we might have gotten that we would put the milk in. I mean, unless we were supposed to take a syringe. But then again, like, the thing is, we're not actually getting, like, a magnifying glass. I guess it could be possible that maybe we need to take a syringe down here. So we could go to Kenzo, who could go to the lab and send it down on the vac tube. But, like I said, the main problem has to do with actually leaving the chamber, considering the trimorph. We could try to juke it, see if that works. Weird that we couldn't actually observe what was in there. You'd think Matlock might have something to say about it. Some sort of observation. But nothing. No, actually... hold on. He's very low on health. Oh, he does have some items that we've never used. The needle and thread? Never used that for anything. I can't think of anything we've seen we would need it for. The alarm clock. He still has the electric screwdriver that, like, never vanished. Yeah, there is an empty syringe. I'm only making an assumption that that's what we're using. I don't know that. Okay, can Matlock actually get out of this? Out of the chamber without dying? I can't believe she did it. Not that. Oh, actually, what was in that? Dillinger. Yeah, she'll take that. What was on this dead body? Nothing. Okay. Alright. Again, no idea if this is actually what we need, but worth a try. Was there like a magnifying glass that appeared back there? Okay, no, that's just the hydraulic platform. All right. Syringe? No. We're not using it. Laser scalpel? No. Well, it was worth a try. It seemed like it's something that might work. But okay, we apparently found the queen anyway. I would assume that's what this is. Any other items? Bomb? No, actually, I already tried that. Did not work. This is so weird. Like, it's not even giving any observations or suggestions about the gleam or the niche or the what we found in there. So just walk around the room one more time. See if there was anything else that we were observing. So let's see. There's something here that we just can't use. There's the niche, which we read a file which implied that we would use the artifact, the chorus, in the niche, but then Karn wouldn't do anything. We know how to get we know what to do with the crane. We need one person to go in there, and we need one person to be on the crane so they can Mission Impossible themselves down into the thing. Like, that's pretty clear. And we can assume that what we're seeing here in the sarcophagus is the fluid, the milk, but just nothing's happening when we go. Like I said, that's the thing that's confusing me more than anything else, that there's just like no observation or anything that's happening when we go down here. And well, we don't have too many items on us, but we know syringe doesn't work. We know bomb doesn't work. And laser scalpel, we can't actually...
Like laser scalpel.
Oh, Matlock likes something. She likes laser scalpels. And we don't have the option to use that. So, one other thing that we can do is we can go up to point number 4. Karn said he didn't want to do anything at point 4 without knowing what to do. And if he felt that if he did anything that he would be killed. Maybe this thing has to be solved before we do that? Possibly. Then, of course, there's a question of what it is that we're doing with the artifact. It's working more consistently than I really thought it would. Just want to see what Matlock... Just want to see what Matlock might have to say about the thing at point 4. Oh, I think I got turned around. Yeah. The chamber was up here. So what does she have to say about this?
This is one fool that won't rush in.
Basically the same thing. Don't do anything until you know what to do.
What happened to him?
It's like, is it a him? It's like there's barely anything there. It's just like a black dot. I doubt that we have anything that we could combine it with.
Ah, I see where Pigman got his inspiration.
So there was a note that referred that we got earlier in the game talking about the marker-ish statue, and of course we did find the statue in Geolab. If we want to check that out, Kenzo is next to it. When we used all the Martian rocks on that thing and used the resonator, we did get a scene of the necropolis, of the statue in there. So are the two things connected? Possibly. So it's this here. But it does not seem that we can actually observe it or anything. Like, whatever it is that we needed to do with it, we have done it. We have done it. It's over and done with. Just want to know if I... Oh, back up already? Yeah, I do remember that one getting up fast. How much health does he have? There's enough. Oh. Don't think there's anything in the computer here for us. Yeah, so maybe there's nothing to do here. Just wanted to see if there was anything that seemed like we might need to do, but no, it doesn't seem like it. What did I put in the locker here? Well, I'll just put Kenzo by a computer here, so he would have the ability to save. Let's get Karn out, I suppose. So Karn has an item that seems to be the key for a lot of what we need to do at this point. He does have the artifact. And we got a note indicating that it needed to be used with this. But as we saw, nothing happening. Let's take a look at our palm top again. Let's take a look. Which file was that had the that information? So this is about the volcanic vents. Okay, no, that's just about where you can use the bomb, but we already figured that. The membrane. Okay, so we did see the membrane covering the sarcophagus. No earthly fire or sword will penetrate that barrier. Okay, so if no earthly fire or sword will penetrate the barrier, what could penetrate the barrier? Thinking about what could we possibly have that is not earthly fire or sword. What about the chorus? So it was discovered at the central obelisk. Works on acoustic principle. Connection between chorus and central obelisk. It delivers an electric shock when the movable end is twisted, but we know from that note from before, we should not twist it until it sings. Why does it emit a faint note? The obelisk emits a faint note when struck by a human being. Produce a full musical note when struck by the much larger beings of ancient Mars. A note that was transmitted to the chorus if placed in its niche. But we're not putting the thing in its niche, are we? Why are we not putting it in its niche? Right, the function of the niche is unknown. Oba has speculated on the heart of stone found near the niche. Putting the stone in the niche does not produce significant results. Okay, so we know the thing goes in the thing.
Follow the gleam.
But I don't know why Karn is not putting the thing in the thing. It's like he's not really saying anything about it. And we know that we need something special to cut the membrane. And I'm pretty sure that there's nothing else in this room. Okay, Karn was also able to escape. Now, this trimorph is a question. I was informed during the break that this trimorph is actually invincible. But why is he here and why is he invincible? Is there anything about this room that we can explore? Or rather, I should say observe. No, the observation thing is just not coming out. Okay, we get his attention if we go that far. And then he turns around. So he's pretty restricted to this particular area. Yep, did not run away fast enough. But that's fine, because we didn't really make any progress since the last save point. Why is that trimorph hanging out in that one particular place? This is where we saved. Can I look at that if I get close enough? Oh, there is something. Okay, there's an observation point right where he's standing. Like, right where that guy is hanging out. There's something there. So if I'm standing here, he's running, but he's not actually moving at me. How far do I need to go up to get him to move away? Okay. Let me just put my stuff away. Well, not the weapons. Could use some health. I guess it doesn't really matter. Keep my weapons. We never found a way to charge key number 4. That's still bothering me. Okay, so... how close can I get before he starts running at me from this direction? He just turns right back around. Okay. So... all right. He's very, very protective of his little hidey hole. It's where he likes to spend his time, just staring at whatever is on that pillar. Let's see. Okay, yes, we are at the elevator chamber. Sometimes I wish you could just see the barriers, like the invisible barriers. I know that would take away from the atmosphere of the game. Sometimes I just wish we could see where those invisible walls are, because frequently it doesn't match up with what's actually on screen. I haven't been down in here with Matlock. See if she says anything differently. What does she have to say about this over here?
I can't see the end of the cable. It's warming up nicely. Wonder what goes in there.
What could go in there? Well, a battery went in there. Doesn't seem like anything else does, like a key maybe. The key thing still bothers me, since I'm not sure. Oh, what kind of ammo was that? Yes, Dillinger. Kind of bothers me because Mood said we need to charge the key, but we tried putting it in the generator and that didn't work. Was there anything else in here, I wonder, that I might have missed? Take red tag? There was a second red tag in here? We've now found 2 red tags. But there are no red doors. We opened the red door in Vita Base. Unless this has to do with that color code that we still have to do, which is in this note. The color code is red, blue, red, green, yellow, blue. Well, if these colors they're talking about, maybe these are all keys we need to get? Because we've now found 2 red tags. We do have a blue tag in one of the lockers. We do have a green tag in one of the lockers. That would still mean we need to find additional yellow and blue tags, however. That's the only thing I can think of as to why we're getting all these additional keys. But to even do the color puzzle, that means that we're going to have to charge the number 4 key and get into that particular door. Because that's where that's supposed to be. Whoops. Take the ammo, the palm top, and the art. What'd she say about the artifact?
The chorus.
That's all she says about it. Oh.
The chorus. This isn't the first time we've come across a musical theme.
Mm-hmm. We did have that before. Alright, we might as well save. To see if we can... Because this is very likely going to lead to death. But we have to see what's on that column that the trimorph is protecting. I guess the question here is if we can do this fast enough. Okay, there he is. Going to walk over here. Karn is going to turn around and... Okay. The artifact? No. Well, it seemed like it was working, but had to do it faster. Timing seems pretty tight on this. Oh. Ah. Like I said, timing seems pretty tight. But it seems like this is something like what you're supposed to do. Alright, he's gonna take off. Okay, run out of there as fast as you can. Oh, he's coming back? Get him into the next room. Well, it sounds like a sound is happening. What does that mean? So will he run after me again? If... So I'm guessing that's not the sound that we're supposed to hear. That sounds like it loaded up the wrong sound effect. Is what I'm thinking that is. Oh, good. I was gonna say, is that sound gonna continue on? No? Okay, good. Good. Well, now I'm just blocking my own camera. Alright, what happens if I what happens if I examine this thing? Oh, we can't. Like, there's no options to actually examine it. Yeah. Yes. Well, that seems like it's probably a pretty appropriate way to end our session of Martian Gothic whatever tonight, with a nice little black screen to send us off to sleep. Well, we made some progress in that we've been exploring the necropolis. We actually have covered the entirety of the environment. There are no locked doors or anything. We've done the whole thing. And there's like a couple of puzzles here, it seems. The one puzzle we're on right now with this trimorph who is guarding a pillar, and then I put the artifact in the pillar, and then we started hearing a sound. And I guess maybe that's progress. I guess we've progressed in a puzzle. Does that mean if we use the crane, will something different happen now? Or if we go back up to point number 4 with whatever that is that going to work? I don't know. However, we can't look at the at that column again, so we can't like take the artifact back out of it or anything. So I guess that reflects a progress. Something like that. Okay, so once again with Martian Gothic something-ification, once again progress feels like there is no progress because you're not really sure what it was you did. I just feel like I think we solved a puzzle. Yeah, that's a funny thing that most games, if you solve a puzzle, you know that you did. With this game, I think I solved a puzzle. I don't know what it did. Okay, but what else have we done? We've covered the necropolis. In the last session we opened up, last video we opened up that one storeroom in the Kremlin, which means that we have that one locked door with the passcode on it left, and we have dorm number 4 left. Once we're somehow able to charge up key number 4, who knows how we do it. Then we get in there, we have the color puzzle, which probably are the color keys that we've been picking up. And then after that, we then have another color puzzle, which is the numerical value of yellow When we have that, we are so ready for the numerical value of yellow when we reach that puzzle. We also found Queen Mab bathing in what I assume is the milk, but she is covered by the membrane, and we have to figure out how to open the membrane so we can get the milk. And then if we get the milk, we can then cure ourselves of the bacteria, and I assume after that the only thing left to do is to escape. Well, we use a bomb, clearly. We're gonna blow it all up and then escape. And that seems like probably all that's left. That seems like it is. So I think we're approaching the end. I mean, we have to be approaching the end, right? The way we know we're approaching the end is that in a survival horror game, when you get to the part where you go underground and find the source of the outbreak, that is the end game. That's the universal language of, in a survival horror game, it's the universal language that says, hey, you're at the end of the game now. That's how you know, and that's where we are right now. So that means we have to be at the end of the game. That's what that means. So I don't know exactly how far away we are, but we can't be that far. Like, we can count the remaining things that we've seen to solve, and doesn't seem like there's that much. So I guess really the only question is, how long does it actually take for us to solve all this? Sometimes it can take a while to solve things, like, say, that one bit with the drive belt that we had to put in the elevator. And like I said, when we did that elevator, I felt like that was probably one step too far in terms of that elevator. Because think about everything that we did in the game to even get to that elevator, to activate it. Do you remember what we did to get to that elevator? Well, I mean, the first thing we had to do to get to that elevator is we needed to find the black key so we could open up that door. And we got the black key in, I think it was Maylin's fireplace, but Maylin's fireplace was on, so we couldn't take the black key. We had to find the remote control to her fireplace so we could turn it off and get the black key. I don't remember where we got the remote control, but it was a completely different place than the room, even though that room is where the remote control would be used. So that's how we got the black key. Then after that, we needed to get past the trimorph, which was guarding the elevator. But in order to get rid of the trimorph, we needed to get the flare gun. And you remember how we got the flare gun? That was the whole adventure with the airlock, where we had to blow a trimorph out the airlock. But in order to do that, well, even to open that airlock, we needed the screwdriver, not the electric screwdriver. We needed the manual screwdriver. It's very different. To open the door. And then inside the airlock, we needed to get the scarab, because this airlock had a special lock. We needed the scarab to put in the door. Then we needed the book to say the name of the scarab. And then we also found a note elsewhere saying that that's how the airlock door worked. The scarab and the book, of course, were found in completely different locations. And that's what we needed to open that door. And then, of course, we needed to get the flares, the ammo for the flare gun. The ammo for the flare gun were in one of the hatches in the Kremlin. So, of course, to open that hatch, we needed to get a password. I think the password was in a microcorder in a dead body in the Kremlin. But even to open up the Kremlin, that was a door that was locked with a rainbow lock. And in order to open it, we didn't use a rainbow lock. We opened it in another way. How did we even open up the Kremlin? Like, where in the... We didn't use a rainbow lock. I think that yeah, that's right. Karn had to get into Holloway's quarters, activate her computer with his voice, and I believe her computer was the thing that opened up the Kremlin. But Holloway's quarters were locked with a rainbow lock, and in order to get in there, we did not have a rainbow key, so what we needed to do was... Kenzo killed a zombie and found the electric screwdriver, and use the electric screwdriver to open up the vent hatch where he found the baby bug. But Kenzo could not go inside the vent hatch because of his masculine shoulders. So that means that Matlock, with her feminine shoulders, had to be the one to go over to the vent and crawl inside. But a problem, the map was all sealed off from each other because the bulkheads were closed. So what happened was that Kenzo had to activate Mood so he could open up the bulkheads. But in order to do that, first, Kenzo had to get into Mood's chamber, which he could not because there was a hole in the wall and there was no oxygen. So what Kenzo had to do was he had to find the rebreather, like it was like a little mini air tank, so he could survive in that room. But then he also get the Mars hopper, and then like an air pump, I believe, so he could put the Mars hopper in the hole and then pump it up to seal the hole. And then he got into Mood's chamber, but Mood could not work because there was not enough power to operate Mood. So what Matlock had to do was she had to turn on the power. But in order to turn on the power, she had to open the door to the power room. And in order to do that, she had to put together a bomb. You remember she used the chemical room to make nitroglycerin, right? But the nitro on itself did not work. Karn then had to find the oily rag in the recyc chamber, and he sent the oily rag over to Matlock. So Matlock then combines oily rag with nitroglycerin, hangs it by the door, and then uses her lighter to blow it up. She then gets inside the power room, but then cannot activate the power room because she doesn't have the correct handprint. So that meant that Kenzo had to take the hacksaw and find the body in the bathroom that had the correct handprint, cut his hand off, and then send the hand to Matlock so she could use the hand to activate the computer. But she also had to fix the power thing, and she found, she needed a replacement panel. I forget where she found that, but she needed to find that elsewhere. And then she repairs the power thing and activates it. So now the whole base has regular power. Oh, and don't forget, hold on. I missed something. When Karn got the oily rag, in order to do that, he had to go inside the recyc chamber, but going inside that chamber activates a 5-minute time limit where you will die at the end of that time limit, but because he has to clean the recyc chamber. So in order to do that, he needed to get a toilet brush. Yes, the toilet brush. Kenzo got the toilet brush in the bathroom and sent it to Karn, and then he used the toilet brush in recyc to clean it and then turn the fans back on. Otherwise, everyone would die in 5 minutes. Forgot that part. That was important. We did die from that, if you remember. After the power is on, Kenzo can then mesh with Mood and open the bulkhead doors. So then, going back, it all ties together. Going back, that means Matlock can now cross over from her part of the map to Kenzo's part of the map to get to the vents. She crawls through the vents, but there's a trimorph in there. But if Kenzo is stationed in Mood, Kenzo can close the hatch, preventing the trimorph from reaching her. And that's how Matlock is able to get into Mei Lin's room, I think it is. That's how she's able to get into Holloway's room. On the inside of Holloway's room, she finds the rainbow key and opens up her door so now anyone can get in, which is necessary because only Karn can activate Holloway's computer, which is needed to open the Kremlin. And that's how we were able to get into the Kremlin and get the flares. Remember, this whole thing I'm explaining is how we got the flares. And once we get the flares and the flare gun, then we could go to the elevator room and then shoot the trimorph. But then the elevator doesn't work because you need a special activation word to use the elevator. And Karn gets that activation word in the Kremlin. Yes, okay, we needed to activate the main computer in the Kremlin. The problem is that there are 2 switches in the Kremlin that have to be pressed simultaneously. And then, of course, you try to get 2 characters in that room to hit both switches, but they get too close together and then clump together. So you have to find a way to press both buttons without getting close together. And the solution to that is you get one character by the button, then you take another character equipped with the pop gun. Now, Karn gets the pop gun in the lounge earlier in the game, and I forget if he has to solve a puzzle to get that, or if it's just lying around. I don't remember now. So he gets the pop gun, goes inside the Kremlin, and then shoots the other switch while the other character is manning the other switch. So both switches get hit at once. Then you have to make sure that both characters are far enough away from each other so you can get Karn to the main computer without clumping. Karn reads the main computer and gets the message from the Resistance, and he learns that the activation word for the elevator is Erebus. So then you can finally go to the elevator, say Erebus, and activate the elevator. And that is how you activate the elevator. Now, I'm just saying that after that whole sequence of events, for the game to say you actually need one more thing, you need to get that drive belt, I think that's not necessary, considering you have to go through the events of almost the entire game to get to the elevator. I really don't think they needed to add one more thing onto that. I just feel that that's my opinion on that. They could have simplified that a little bit by not actually needing the drive belt. I don't feel that was necessary. Anyway, that is probably our session for Martian Gothic somethingification for tonight. I feel fairly good about the progress we made. I'm still a bit frustrated that I still don't know what to do with this number 4 key, but I think that we solved a puzzle with that trimorph. I don't know what's going to result as a result of solving the puzzle, and I guess we won't know until next time. But we have to be getting close to the end, I feel. And by the way, this black screen, I never turned the game off, so the game just never recovered. It has just stayed on this black screen this whole time. Was a bit curious to see if it would ever recover. It did not. So let's just say goodnight for right now to Martian Gothic.